Now, let's talk Reading FC ladies football. Huge game for the girls tomorrow afternoon, stroke early evening. John Horton in the studio alongside me. John, if you don't know, is the general manager of the Reading FC ladies, and he also doubles up as the goalkeeping coach. John, good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, Ady?
I'm okay. Yeah, it's a busy time for you because you're travelling today for the match tomorrow. So I really do appreciate your time coming in the studio.
Not a problem. Absolute pleasure. Yeah, we head off this afternoon, leaving the Madstad about 4:30. Head up to Nottingham, overnight stay in a hotel, and then 2 o'clock kick-off tomorrow against Notts County.
It's going to be a huge game, Notts County. You know, to the punter, John, who don't really follow ladies football. They've heard of the Arsenals and the Chelseas and the Liverpools and maybe the Millwall Lionesses and Doncaster. These teams that have been around for a long time. But Notts County, they're in the WSL 1. They are one of the top sides, beaten cup finalists.
They're a very good side. Got a number of England internationals in there. We played them in a pre-season friendly actually this year. Went all the way up to Nottingham on a rain-soaked, windswept day on a very small AstroTurf. Didn't have a great result that day, but we were trying out a new shape and some new players as well. But they are a very strong side. They really show the difference between, with WSL 1, the teams being full-time, and WSL 2 being part-time. You could see that in set pieces and their strength and physicality. So.
You say the WSL 1, Reading are the only side from the WSL 2 made it through to the last day, and it's a massive achievement, and history has been made.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The job Kelly's been doing with the team, with Phil alongside her, and Ryan Williams as well. They've really worked hard on tactical aspects of the game. We've always been very strong on the physical side and fitness side, and that's really shown for us in WSL2, especially when we're playing teams below us. It really shines through. We can make changes in the game. A lot of those other teams, tactically, a little bit inept maybe, whereas with Kelly, Phil and Ryan at the helm, they're very good, switched on tactically, and that's why we did so well against Chelsea and Arsenal in the Continental Cup. We went with a game plan, we stuck to it. Chelsea, we were ahead and unfortunately lost that game. Arsenal, we chased the game a little bit, but we deserved the goal we got in the end at Arsenal.
But it's so pleasing, John, when you look at the results and you look at the performances and you study the performance, that you are giving these sides like real problems. You are giving them proper games of football. Yeah,
definitely. We've also played Bristol Academy, who were in Champions League this season, although they're sat bottom of WSL 1. We played them also in a pre-season friendly, did very well. We got a win that game. I just think as long as we can just get over the line now with this promotion chase, and fingers crossed we will do, we'll be up there competing with them next season. It'll be a test for us. We know that. But I think we can do a good job. Definitely.
We'll have a good look at the league table and talk about the WSL 2. Obviously, Doncaster are top as it stands. They played a goal more than you. They're 3 points in front of you. You are second. Yeovil third. Everton fourth. Oxford down in fifth. Watford, unfortunately, they're in last place. They've had a bit of a struggle this season. But let's focus on the Continental Cup tomorrow, Notts County. And how good is it, John? I know the game's at Meadow Lane. How good is it, when you get to these grounds? The pitch is going to be spot on. You've got the surroundings. You've got the dressing rooms, the showers, the baths, everything. It makes it, doesn't it? Absolutely makes it. So considering where the girls were playing maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, it is fantastic. We play our home games at Farnborough, and even that as a ground is fantastic. The facilities are great. But when you go to places like Meadow Lane, really good, and it's great for the girls to be able to play on those pitches and in those grounds as well. If you can get a few fans, I know we've got some travelling fans going up, and Notts County have a good following. It should be a decent atmosphere and a decent surface to play on, which is nice. We've had a couple of games this season in WSL 2, not great surfaces to play on, and the game is massively affected by that. So hopefully tomorrow it'll be a good surface and we can have a really good game.
Do you know what one of my gripes is to do with WSL 2 and the ladies football?
Go on then.
The timings of the kickoffs. You never know what time. It could be 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Sometimes it's 5 o'clock. Sometimes it's an evening game, 7 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. We looked at, like with the WSL last season, a lot of the teams, well, when we play away, it's generally 2 o'clock on a Sunday. I know with WSL 1, it mixes around. We switched our games to a Saturday 6 o'clock kickoff just because we felt we could get more people to come along, because a lot of Sunday afternoon football goes on.
No, sorry, I just, no problem at all. But Notts County against Reading tomorrow afternoon. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff, as I say, quarter-final of the Continental Cup. It's knockout now.
Yes, it is indeed.
If it's a draw after 90?
It goes to extra time.
If it's a draw after extra time?
Penalties.
Oh, so it's got to be decided.
Yes.
It's got to be decided. Have you got a game plan, John? Can you divulge in your game plan? I'm sure you're going to
As goalkeeping coach, no. I tend to focus on my girls in the goalkeeping team. Kelly and Phil and Ryan work out all the tactics. They're far more experienced than me on the outfield side, so I leave that to them and focus on the girls I work with in goal.
But I guess, let's be honest, I played the game. You've been around football for a long time. The first job that the girls have got to do tomorrow, the first 10, 15, 20 minutes is just frustrate the home side. Yeah,
definitely. We did it against Arsenal, we did it against Chelsea. That first 10, 15 minutes, let's suss them out, just make sure we don't concede, and then change our game plan according to that. Once we've worked them out, see what we can go and do to break them down.
I used to be a right horrible so-and-so when I was playing football. Do you know what I used to do? If I was going into a big game, for the first 10, 15 minutes, the lads knew exactly what I was going to do. When I had the ball, I wasn't even thinking about making a pass. I would just clear my lines. If it was bouncing, I'd kick it over the stand.
Yeah.
And everyone would look at me and think, what a donkey he is. And then the ball come to me again, I'd chest it and I'd kick it over the stand again. Just to kill the game, just to get everybody sort of,
get settled in.
Because there will be nerves.
Yeah.
There will be nerves. Although, that said, it's quite an experienced squad now. You've got some international players. I saw some fantastic news regarding, selection for Wales.
Yeah. I mean, we had 8 selected for Wales to travel next week to Austria. Kelly and myself are going as well as part of the team with that. So one of them being our number 2 choice goalkeeper, Claire Skinner. Unfortunately, she's injured, got a shoulder injury, so can't go now. We've had Grace Maloney called up for Republic of Ireland today to go into Euro qualifiers. So our number 1 keeper going off with Republic of Ireland as well. Eloise Wilson, who is a first team squad member, she's off with the under-19s. So we have got a lot of experienced internationals in there, and it's good. It's good for the
and it's brilliant, club. Isn't it? Let's be honest, because like you say, it's great for the publicity of the football club. Fran Kirby, no longer a Reading FC ladies player. It was all about Fran, and rightly so. She was a phenomenal player, banged in ridiculous amount of goals in the first 2, 3, 4 games of the season. She's now gone to Chelsea, but it's so pleasing, John. You must be so pleased yourself and Kelly and the backroom staff and the other girls, to have carried this through, carried it on. It's not a one-trick pony, is it?
No, very much so. And like you say, it was all about Fran, and the publicity was all about Fran. A lot of times last season teams were saying, Fran won you the game. It was just about Fran. She is a great player and she is a fantastic talent, and we hope she goes on to achieve great things with Chelsea. But we did have a squad with strength and depth, and the girls have come and shown that. Emma Follis has been in there scoring goals, Lauren Bruton, Bianca Bragg, Helen Ward's back scoring. They've all been chipping in and putting the ball in the back of the net, and that's key for us. And you look at our goal difference in WSL 2 since Fran's gone, it's only gone up. So it's good. Absolutely.
John with me for another 23 minutes or so. I did say to him, what sort of music do you like, John? And do you know what? It was a brilliant answer. Anything 80s. I said a little bit of Human League. He said, that'll do me. So Don't You Want Me, next up here on BBC Radio Berkshire.